Okay students, here in the first test tube we are taking CuSO4. CuSO4 means what? Copper sulfate. Okay, Cu means copper na, SO4 means sulfate. Okay, then next one is Cu also copper sulfate. ZnSO4. Zn means what? Zinc. Yes, then zinc sulfate. And then here also ZnSO4. Then FeSO4. Fe means what? Iron. Okay. So please learn the chemical names. You by heart it. When we have the regular classes, surely I will give test only on these chemical names. Because if you learn all these chemical formulas, copper means what? Cu. Zinc means Zn. Iron means Fe. If you learn like this, when you go to the higher classes, 11th and 12th, you feel easy. But if you take bio and if you don't know all these things, you feel difficult. You cannot score good marks. So please understand and study. So Fe means iron, SO4 means sulfate, iron, IRON, iron sulfate, Na means sodium, sodium chloride, okay, SODIUM, sodium chloride. Okay, so see here in the A test tube they have taken the solution CuSO4, copper sulfate solution. In the class 9th you did practical on displacement reaction. You took the copper sulfate solution in the two test tubes and you put inside nails, 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 and after some time you saw the color is changed because of the displacement of the elements. So here also we learn about the reactivity of the elements by doing the displacement reaction. So in the test tube A and B we take the copper sulfate solution. In the test tube C and D, zinc sulfate solution. In the test tube A, iron sulfate. In the test tube F, sodium chloride. SO4 means sulfate. SO3 comes means sulfite. Okay. So here in the A test tube, what did they keep in the A test tube? Alpine. Okay. So alpine means like nails. Okay. In the second test tube, what did they keep? Granulated zinc. Okay, zinc granules. Granule means like small stones, that size. Okay, that is a granule. For to keep the road they are using the small stones, black color stones. Those are called as a granules. So that much size of the zinc. So granulated zinc. And in the test tube C they have taken the copper shavings. That means copper small pieces, and then piece of magnesium ribbon in the test tube D. And in the test tube E, granulated zinc. Here also zinc granules. And here also in the test tube E they have taken the granulated zinc. So how it is reacting? Okay. So in the test tube A, if we see alpine, okay, alpine means we can, alpine actually it is present in the iron, so Fe we can see. So here I write the equation, okay, Fe plus CuSO4. Please observe here, Fe is the iron, CuSO4 is the copper sulfate, okay, gives rise to this copper is, this iron is replacing the copper. Okay. So once again the copper. So in the textbook you see 139 page, the reactivity series. Okay. The decreasing of the reactivity elements you observe, I explain here. Okay. So please follow the textbook to get more understanding. So if we see the iron and you see the copper place, okay, iron and copper place you observe Cu and Fe. Fe is more reactive or copper is more reactive? Which is the more reactive metal here? Iron is the more reactive, arrow mark if I keep up high. Okay, highly reactive, copper is the less reactive. Okay, so always the copper is less reactive. So here what is happening means, okay, so here iron is displacing the copper from copper sulfate solution. Okay, since iron is more reactive than copper, so iron is what it is doing? It is displacing the copper sulfate solution. So the product we get as a FeSO4 plus Cu. Okay, so always the high reactive metal is displacing the less reactive metal. Okay, what did I say? The higher reactive metal is displacing the less reactive. Okay, Fe plus CuSO4 gives rise to FeSO4 plus Cu. That means iron is displacing the copper. Because iron is more reactive, copper is less reactive. So through this displacement reaction, what we have to understand means more reactive metal will displace the less reactive metal. That means more reactive metal will take the place of the less reactive metal. So that is why as a product FeSO4 plus Cu. If we take the gold and silver, they are less reactive metals. Okay, that is why they don't react with. So if you see hydrogen is more reactive than silver and gold. Yes, so they don't, less reactive metals don't react with the oxygen or hydrogen, so they don't get rusted. So here also when we see iron is more reactive than copper so if we see metals outside the gates prepared by iron, we can see it will get rusted very soon when it is contact with the water and oxygen, because it is more reactive than the copper and it is more reactive than the silver and gold.